Before a storm hits, if the weather is favorable, we're going to treat the roads with a brine solution. So a brine solution is about 21 to 23% salinity. Anything less than 20 isn't effective. Anything over 23, 24 is a waste. We're going to mix salt with water, and we mix that in 1,000 gallon increments to a 10,000 gallon tank. Now we have 3 of those within the city dispersed into trucks, and what that does is adds a layer between the pavement and the ice. So the ice by itself on the blacktop can freeze to the road and be very challenging to remove. However, if we are able to pre-treat the road with brine, that ice, there's a like I said, a layer in between the pavement and the ice. So when we are coming through with our equipment, it actually it breaks up easier and it's easier to remove. Once we have the right mix, we get into our brine trucks, and we're going to start on bridges and overpasses, and then we'll also do some roadways inside of intersections, places where we know vehicles are going to have to stop, like a traffic signal. Our brine treatment will be a little heavier there, but that's all before a storm. Now, when a storm actually hits, then we will salt. That's just going to be raw salt on top of an icy condition. So on a multi-lane road, what we'll do is we'll have a staggered approach where the first truck is plowing off as much as it can. The second truck is staggered to the left a little and then is continuing to plow. And then the third truck is continuing to plow and also spreading salt. So then that salt will have a period of time where it sits on the road and melts the ice, and that same group will come back around to do another pass and to continue to work that ice down to get to the blacktop. With our strategy, we focus on emergency routes. We have identified 10 emergency routes within the city of Chesapeake, but they are your major north-south, east-west corridors. We'll focus primarily on getting commuters to the highways, get them to any special facilities like hospitals, and we want to make sure that we have connectivity of those emergency routes done or manageable before we go to our next tier. So our next tier is what we consider our primary routes. Primary roads provide an interconnect between the emergency routes. It could be simultaneous based on how a particular emergency route is coming along. And once we feel like we've gotten that manageable, we're going to go to our third tier, is our connector routes. And those are just more 2-lane roads or connector routes that have a traffic network signal system in there. So ultimately, we're going to work those in a 3-tier system.